Success isn't built in a day. It isn't a single sweeping moment of glory or a sudden leap to greatness. No, success is built one step at a time. It's the result of consistent small actions, tiny victories that when added together create monumental change. But here's the thing. Most people underestimate the power of small wins. They think if the step isn't big, it doesn't matter. If the result isn't immediate, it's not worth it. But that mindset, my friends, is why so many people stay stuck. They're looking for the big breakthrough, the grand transformation, while ignoring the small, steady steps that lead them there. And if you approach life with that mindset, the world opens up. You see, small wins are the building blocks of success. They're the foundation on which great achievements are built. Every major accomplishment, every extraordinary success, every incredible transformation, it all started with small wins. Those little moments when someone made a decision to take one step forward, to do one thing better, to stay consistent even when it didn't seem like it mattered. Let me ask you, what small wins are you ignoring in your life? What tiny steps have you dismissed because they seemed too small, too insignificant? Because here's the truth. Those small steps, those tiny victories, are the secret to success. They may not seem like much in the moment, but over time, they add up. They create momentum. They lead to progress. Think about it. If you improve by just 1% every day, what does that look like over a year? It doesn't seem like much at first. 1% better today, 1% better tomorrow. But over time, that 1% compounds. By the end of the year, you're not just 365% better, you're exponentially better. That's the power of small wins. That's the magic of consistent, incremental improvement. But here's the problem. Most people don't see the results right away, so they quit. They get discouraged. They think, what's the point? This isn't working. But let me tell you, success isn't about what happens in a day, or a week, or even a month. It's about what happens over time. It's about what happens when you stay consistent, when you keep showing up, when you keep stacking those small wins, day after day. Let me give you an example. Think about water dripping on a rock. Now let me ask you, where can you start stacking small wins in your life? What's one thing you can do today, just one thing, that moves you closer to your goal? Because here's the truth, you don't have to do everything at once. You don't have to make massive changes overnight. You just have to start. You just have to take one small step, and then another, and then another. But let me warn you, small wins require patience. They require discipline. They require you to trust the process, even when the results aren't immediate. And that's where most people struggle. They want instant gratification. They want the results now. But let me tell you, anything worth having takes time. Anything worth achieving takes effort. And the best things in life, the things that truly matter, are built one small win at a time. Let me share another truth with you. The small wins build confidence. Every time you achieve a small win, you prove to yourself that you're capable. You show yourself that you can do it, that you're moving forward, that you're making progress. And that confidence, that belief in yourself, is what fuels bigger wins. It's what gives you the strength to keep going, to keep pushing, to keep striving for more. Think about a snowball rolling down a hill. At first it's small, barely noticeable. But as it rolls, it picks up more snow. It gets bigger, faster, more powerful. That's what happens when you stack small wins. They build on each other. They create momentum. They turn into something unstoppable. But here's the key. You have to start. You have to take that first step. You have to create that first win, no matter how small it seems. Because once you start, once you see that progress is possible, it gets easier, the momentum builds, the confidence grows, And before you know it, those small wins have turned into something extraordinary. And in the end, that's what all small wins have been. Let me ask you again, what's one small win you can create today? What's one step you can take, no matter how small, to move closer to your goal? Because that step, that action, is where the magic happens. It's where the transformation begins. But let me remind you, small wins aren't just about the results. They're about the habit. They're about the discipline of showing up day after day, no matter what. Because success isn't just about what you achieve, it's about who you become in the process. And every small win, every tiny step forward, is a step toward becoming the person you were meant to be. Let me ask you, do you remember a time when you accomplished something small, but it made you feel unstoppable? Maybe it was waking up early one morning, making it to the gym, or completing a small task you'd been putting off. That moment of achievement, no matter how minor, gave you a spark, didn't it? It energized you, built your confidence, and reminded you of what's possible when you take action. That's the magic of small wins. They're not about the size of the victory. They're about the message they send to your mind. I'm capable. I'm making progress. I can do this. But here's the catch. Too many people overlook these wins. They tell themselves, that's not enough, or it's too small to matter. Let me tell you, that kind of thinking is a trap. It's a mindset that keeps you stuck, waiting for the big break, while ignoring the small steps that would get you there. Here's the truth. Small wins matter because they create momentum. They're like the first drops of rain that lead to a downpour. One drop may not seem like much, but when those drops keep coming, they create a flood. And momentum, my friends, is the greatest force you can harness. Think about this. Have you ever pushed a stalled car? At first, it's incredibly hard. You push with all your strength, and the car barely moves. But once it starts rolling, it gets easier. The momentum takes over, and suddenly, what once felt impossible feels effortless. That's what small wins do for your life. They get the car moving. They turn effort into results. But let me tell you, small wins don't just happen. They require intention. They require focus. You have to make a deliberate effort to identify the small actions that will move you forward. And then you have to commit to doing them, day after day, no matter what.